This video is gonna cost me so much money, isn't it? Hey everyone, so today we're gonna do another review of all the vehicles in the game because it's been a while and the last time I did it was when the Limousine came out, so it's about time that we do it again. Now I do want to make sure, because I don't think last time I clarified it enough, so I do want to make sure that you know that I will review all of the vehicles that there currently are in the game. However, when a new vehicle comes out in an update after this video was made, I cannot include it in this video. So let's say a Barbie car comes out, for example, in 2021, I cannot include that in this video because this video was made in 2020. So on my last video with the limo, I did get a lot of comments like, where's the go-kart, or you forgot about the golf cart. No, I did not forget about that. I didn't know about it because it didn't exist yet. So I do want to make sure that you know that before we actually start doing this video. Now that was my introduction. Let's get to the vehicles, and I'm actually quite excited for this video because it's been a while and quite a lot has changed to the vehicles. So first of all, we start of course with the mountain bike, and as you can see, there is now a speed thing where you can see how fast a vehicle actually goes, which I'm quite happy to see that. But let's start with the beginning. The mountain bike, $4,800. I feel like this is the first vehicle that people get when they start playing Bloxburg. Okay, so the way you can paint it, you can paint the frame of the bike but not anything else. There's also no material option, so you are stuck with the colors. The speed of the mountain bike is 30, which is quite okay. It's not the fastest, but it gets you around, and especially when you're starting the game and you're still poor, this is way more useful than walking somewhere. And I do like how good all of the vehicles in Bloxburg work, to be honest. They are very well optimized. And then we come to the next vehicle, and I feel like this is quite a forgotten vehicle. I don't really see it anymore in Bloxburg. I feel like people either go for a mountain bike or they immediately go for a car and they kind of skip the moped. That's what I did in the beginning as well, because the moped, I already use it quite a lot in pizza delivery, so I don't really want to see it again. However, the moped you can buy in build mode is a lot faster than the pizza delivery vehicle. So if you do want a moped, then this one is definitely gonna get you there faster. Same with the mountain bike, you can only paint the exterior color, so the white remains, it always remains. But I feel like a lot of colors actually match it. You cannot choose a material, so you have to stick with the colors that you have. And this one has 40 speed, so the mountain bike has 30 speed. And as you can see, it is quite a lot faster than the pizza delivery vehicle that people are used to using. However, I would suggest saving up for a car because I do prefer cars in Welcome to Bloxburg. So it's not that much faster than the bike. It's 10 faster. I don't know what kind of measurements they use, but this one is 30, this one is 40 for speed. So definitely I would save up for a car. And then we get to the first car, and as you can see, this one has 50 speed already, so that's 20 more than the mountain bike, 10 more than the moped over here. And I feel like, oh, this vehicle is just so nostalgic. It was one of the first vehicles in Welcome to Bloxburg, and I just loved it so much. It's like the OG vehicle people get when they first want to buy a car or whatever. And this is probably, next to pools, this is probably one of the first big splurges people do in Welcome to Bloxburg. So this car definitely has a lot of meaning to it. Now you can paint quite a bit to this car, so you can paint the outdoor shell of the car. Then you can also paint the window color. Wow, what a beautiful car. You can paint the headrests over here, I think. Okay, so the dashboard changes as well with that. So you can change the dashboard and the headrests. And then of course you can change the color of the seats inside. And the seats inside can also have a material. The dashboard can have a material. The windows cannot have a material, and the outside of your car cannot have a material either, which I thought was a thing before. I really remember people painting their Roat 500 in materials, but I might be wrong about that, but oh well. And so this one has a 50 speed, and I just love it so much. So I used to play with Playmobil as a kid, and there was this one car I had, it was green, and it really reminds me of that one car I had as a kid, and I just love it so much. Now actually I don't really use this vehicle a lot anymore because I tend to go for my BLOCKBUCKS vehicles, but this is definitely a nice starter car. It only has has 2 seats, so if you like to roleplay as a family, this might not be the car for you because you can only sit one other person in it. And then we go to the Bloxai Voyage. And this one has 60 speeds, so it's twice as fast as the bike. And I feel like this is still the OG car for most people. It has 4 seats, so it's definitely perfect for family role plays. 4-seaters, except for the Limousine, are the highest amount of players you can sit in one car. So this is definitely the cheapest family car that you can buy, $25,000. You can change quite a lot to this one as well, so you can change the exterior color and material. Wow, how beautiful. You can change the color of the windows. You could change dashboard and the wheels. So this is the first vehicle that can change the wheels. Price range, because this one has the same wheels as the Moped. And then of course you can change the color of the seats inside. And yeah, as I said, this is like still to me the OG family car for people who don't want to spend too much money on their car, because you need to keep in mind as well the bills, and the bills is a very big factor to why people don't buy really expensive cars. So if you like to roleplay as a family and you don't like to work a lot, I definitely recommend this car because this will add the lowest value to your bill since it's $25,000. If you go higher, then your bills will be insanely high for your car only. So as you can see, I got a few vehicles here and I got premium and my bills are $180. So if I didn't have premium, my bills would already be $360. Then the next vehicle, we make a very big price jump in my opinion, is the golf cart. And the weird thing is, it is slower than the Bloxai Voyage. It is 54 for speed, but you get 7 in fun. So I do think it brings up your fun. Let's actually see. So this one seats 4 people as well. So 2 people in the front and then 2 people in the back. And it's just one of these fun vehicles. I think it's one of my favorite vehicles in the game, to be honest. I just love it so much. So with this, you can paint the outside shell. You can paint the seat color. Wait, this is the window color. I get kind of confused myself sometimes. You can change the steel frame. You can change the color and the material of it. Wow, this is beautiful. And then this is the seating. So you can also give it a material and a color to your liking. So this one is 54 in speed. I have to check if it actually gives you fun when driving it. So let's see if my fun goes up when I'm driving it. So this is a good family vehicle as well. Of course, it's not as realistic as the Bloxai Voyage and it's $40,000 more expensive. It does not give me any fun, which is quite sad. I was hoping it would. So why does it say fun then? I really don't get why it says that if it doesn't really give you fun when driving it. But it is a fun vehicle and I kind of like driving around in it, so that's a nice thing. But if you like a realism factor, of course you can go for the Bloxai Voyage and not get the golf cart because this one is $65,000. And the thing is, with cars you buy with normal money, you cannot put them in your inventory. So yeah, that's quite a thing you have to keep in mind as well. If you like to change plots, then it might be better to save up for a BLOCKBUCKS vehicle, because cars you bought with normal money, you can only sell or move around on your plot and not really put in your inventory or move to other plots. So that's a very important thing as well. And you keep paying bills for it too, but you pay bills on your BLOCKBUCKS items as well. And then we make another $25,000 price jump to $90,000. And this is the Bloxavor 4x4 car. I really like this vehicle. It is a 4-seater as well, so perfect for families. It is expensive, but it goes a little bit faster than all of the other cars we've seen so far. It's 65 for speed. I don't think you notice it quite a lot. Again, you can change the wheel color, the window color, the material, and the color of the outside shell. You can change the hood here, and then this, the bumper frame. And then of course you can also change the color and the material of the seats. Now, this car has something special to it, which only 2 cars have so far. I think only 2 cars have it. So if you drive around, you can click your car and open your roof, so it becomes a convertible. And that is one feature that I quite like about this vehicle, just because it adds something extra, and I don't know, it's just nice to see that. Now, I do love this car quite a lot. It was added a little bit later into the game than the other cars we've seen so far, except for the golf cart, of course. But yeah, I definitely like this vehicle a lot. And then we move on to the last vehicle that you can buy with normal money that you worked for. I'm gonna spend so much money on this. This is insane. But it is the Noobus Superior. It is $170,000. So it's definitely a luxurious car. It sits 4 people as well. And the speed is 68. So all of them are actually quite close when it comes to speed. So it's not really that important to like get a car to just go that little bit faster if you don't want to spend too much money on it. It has a little stabbing noob on the front of the car, and there's just a lot more detail to it. Same as the other cars, you can paint the hood, you can change the material of it, you can paint the window colors. You can change the sides here, so there's metal frames on the sides and the wheels. And then you can change the seating inside as well. No, you cannot change the seating inside. Wait. Nope, you cannot change the seating inside. So that is one shocker there. But you can change the dashboard if you want to. Now this car, $170,000. Only get it if you have money enough and you have enough to pay the bills for it as well. Because this car is as much as like all of these combined. So you have to think about that as well. You could get almost 7 Bloxai Voyages. I have such a hard time with that word, but I think you understand me. You can buy almost 7 of these for 1 of these. So that will be the same amount of bills if you have 7 of these cars compared to 1 of this one. So you have to really want this one to justify buying it, because I do think it is quite expensive, but I think this one was made for the people who have a lot of money and just want to show that off or just have a nice car. I really like this model, so I like to drive around in it as well, just because I like this car. I usually paint it black though. And then we get to the BLOCKBUCKS vehicles. So first I'm gonna use the vehicles in my inventory so that I don't spend too much money or too much BLOCKBUCKS on this video. I think you understand why. But the first one is the skateboard. So this one is 200 BLOCKBUCKS. Not too much if you ask me. The speed is 35. So I feel like it falls right in here somewhere. Or is this one faster? I kind of forgot. No, the bike was 30. So it falls in here. And the skateboard is pretty neat as well. You can do some tricks with it if you want to. So with the skateboard, you can just drive around, obviously. And then there's some tricks. So yeah, wow, what a nice trick, jumping off of your skateboard. Now this skateboard can't really get over bumps. There's not really any good bumps here right now, but what you can do is if you press Q on your keyboard, you can jump with your skateboard and just do some nice tricks with that. Some people actually made skate parks as well, and I really like to see those things. But yeah, skateboard, nice vehicle to have, and if you remove it, it will always go back into your inventory, so you can switch it between plots. That's the good thing about BLOCKBUCKS, obviously. I wish you could put like the most expensive cars, starting from this all the way up to the most expensive one. I wish you could put those in your inventory as well, but yeah. Then next up we have the classic motorcycle, and yes, I do have one somewhere, but I completely forgot where I put it, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one, rip my BLOCKBUCKS. So the speed of this one is 60. It sits 1 person, so you can't ride a motorcycle with 2 people, sadly. Oh, and I forgot to show you for the skateboard, you can only paint the side color. You cannot even change the material for it, so the only thing you can change is the side color here. Okay, back to the motorcycle. Now this one of course only fits 1 person. This is based on a Harley, so that's definitely an OG motorcycle. The only thing you can change here is also the color of the top part right here. You can't really change the color of the seat. It's all one color, as you can see. So the speed is 60, so it goes about as fast as the family car over here, but I don't know why it feels like I'm going a little bit faster when I drive it. There's also suspension on the wheels. I don't know, it just feels a little bit faster than the family car, even though it isn't. I think it's because it's a smaller vehicle that it just feels a little bit faster. I just like to drive around in these motorcycles almost even more than I do in cars, so yeah, definitely a plus there. Then next up we have the quad bike. Also put it somewhere, completely forgot where, so yes, I'm gonna have to buy it again. I'm so sorry for my BLOCKBUCKS. Now this car has 60 speed as well, same as the family car over here, and it's a little bit faster than the golf cart. Now it also only sits 1 player, so you have to keep that in mind as well. You can only change the exterior color, you cannot change the seats or the wheels. And yeah, I never really liked this car just because of the way it drives. Like when you turn, it makes you turn really fast. Well, it got better. I feel like they made it a little bit better, but still I don't really like driving around in this one. Although I have noticed that I started to use this car more and more, but still it is not the car that I would prefer to have. And then of course we have the Go-Kart, and I had to up it by 1, so the speed is 61. I really thought it was the fastest vehicle, but apparently so far the Noobus Superior is the fastest one we have in the game. But the quick shift Go-Kart, oh my god, I think this is my new favorite vehicle, especially when you place it even instead of a line where your car is standing in in front of, it creates this raceway thing. So I kind of like that. Definitely one of the most fun vehicles we had in a while. It is quite expensive at 1,150 BLOCKBUCKS, but again, you keep it forever because it goes into your inventory. You can change the outside color and material. The color and material of the seat can be changed as well. Then of course you can change the steel frame under it, and then the color of the wheels you can change as well, which I like quite a bit. And then on the sides it says Bloxy Racing. Oh, such a fun vehicle. Now this one is so easy to drive around in. I really thought it was the fastest vehicle in Bloxburg, but it is not. 61 speed is still very okay. I feel like all of the cars are very close when it comes to like speed. As you could have seen, it ranges somewhere between 54 and 61 or 68 so far, so it's not like the biggest difference unless you go really cheap and then it goes to 30, 40, but these vehicles almost all go as fast as each other. And this one also only sits one player. I don't know if a kid can actually drive this. It would be fun if a kid could drive this one. Let me actually see. So I know as a kid that you can drive your bike, but I don't know you can actually drive your vehicle. So now I'm a kid. No, you are too young to do this. So I think the only vehicle that you can drive as a kid is the mountain bike here, and then the skateboard probably. Yeah, you can ride a skateboard as a kid. So if you like to play as a kid, then get a bike or a skateboard. The other vehicles will not work, sadly. And then we come to the Bloxster DLX2, and as you can see, this is currently the fastest vehicle that we've come across so far. It is only 2 faster than the Noobus over here. 1600 BLOCKBUCKS, quite expensive, but I do like driving around in this one. The speed of this one is 70. Again, you can only ride it with one person. I am still a kid. Did I remove my closet? Obviously I did. Okay, we're back. So yeah, this is also a vehicle that you can only drive with one person, so don't expect to go on a motorcycle trip with 2 people unless you both have motorcycles. But yeah, this one is really fast, not too fast compared to the others, so don't just get it for its speed. I don't think the 2 speed points it gets more than the expensive car over here matter a lot. Would have to do a little race to see that, but I don't really think it matters a lot. Now this one, for the painting, you cannot change the material, however you can change that green color that it comes with. And then we go to the board bullet, and again I forgot where I have put this car, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. The speed of this one is 70 as well. Now don't get mistaken, if you buy this car for a family roleplay, it only sits 2 people. You can't really see that in the image here. Like when I first saw that, I thought it would be a family car that sits 4 people, but it sits only 2 players, so be mindful of buying that one as well, because for a family this is not a good car. However, the speed of this one is 70, 2500 BLOCKBUCKS, quite an expensive car, but if you like that, then definitely go for it. You can also change the exterior material and color, change the windows, then inside you can also change the dashboard and of course the wheels color with it as well, and then you can change the seating inside. So as you can see, definitely more of a retro car. I feel like this was the car that you would see in movies like Back to the Future and stuff like that, so they remind me of that. But I don't hate this vehicle, I just don't really choose it a lot because I don't know, I really don't know, to be honest. But definitely a nice addition to all of the vehicles. Maybe this one should sell for normal money instead of BLOCKBUCKS, but it is what it is now, isn't it? And then we come to another one of my favorite vehicles, and that is the Bloxus TS. As you can see right now, this is the fastest vehicle we've come across, 76 in speed, so that is 6 points more than this car over here, 8 points more than the Noobus Superior or whatever it was called. Quite a fast vehicle. It's still in my inventory, luckily. This car is 3250 BLOCKBUCKS, which is quite expensive. It is a convertible again, so you can do the same thing as you can do with the Jeep over here. Changing the colors, you can change the outside color and material once again, of course. Then you can change the roof and the dashboard together. Then you can change the back color of the car with the wheels, and then of course the seating as well. And it changes the little sign in the front. Now this car as well is not a family car, it only sits 2 players, but as you can see, it is currently the fastest vehicle that we've tried so far, and this is definitely one of my favorite ones. However, when you turn it, it turns quite slowly, but maybe that's because I just tried these motorcycles, so yeah, there's that. Now you can also open your roof with this one, so it becomes a convertible, and you can definitely turn that one into a Barbie car, which I love so much. And as you can see, you can play with the colors quite a bit on this one, so that's a good thing as well. It is not a family car, it is a car for speeding. Don't speed, really don't. I just love this vehicle. I just love how it's shaped, how it's made, and just everything around it. It's one of my favorites. And then we have Com, and I'm so glad that I still have one because I hate this vehicle. I'm just gonna say it straight away. I hate this vehicle. The way it drives, how big it is, the price, everything. No. I bought one to test it and that was it. I'm not gonna buy any more. This one is 8,000 BLOCKBUCKS. Now let's actually see how much that would be. So if I want to buy 5,000 BLOCKBUCKS, I would have to pay 1,300 and then 700 and 160. So that comes to 2,160 Robux. That's about $20 for this one vehicle right here. So just to give you that perspective, that's how expensive it is. However, let me put it back into my inventory because I did not see how fast it goes. So it goes 63 in speed, so it's somewhere in this range over here. And it's definitely a vehicle for political role plays, people who want to show off that they have Robux, or very big families. It can be useful for very big families. I think it sits 7 people, but I cannot confirm that. And this is definitely the car to get. You can change the color of the material. You can also change the inside seats, the steel frame that goes around the car, and then of course the steering wheel. You cannot change the seats inside. And as you can see, this one has like these faded windows, so you cannot see who's... Ooh, I just fell. So you cannot see who's in the car, but this is basically what the inside of the limousine looks like. So some seating, and it sits enough people to have like a nice big family. So that's a good thing, but this is not the car for me. It came out together with the Bloxus right here. As you can see, they are based off of each other. The limousine is basically just a stretched version of this car. I really prefer this car over the limousine, but it's definitely what you want to do with it. And as you can see, it takes quite a while to make a little turn like that. So you have to start turning before you actually come to the turn. So that's quite what I hate about this vehicle. As you can see, to make a full turn, you have to have a lot of space as well. So I just don't really like using this car. It also feels slow just because it's so big. But yeah, that might only be me. I just never really was a fan of this, especially the price and stuff like that helped, obviously. But these are all of the vehicles currently in Bloxburg. As you can see, there is this a bike, this moped, then we got the 2-seater, the first family car, golf cart, 4x4, then the expensive Noobus, and then we got some motorcycles. We got this sports motorcycle, we got a skateboard, a quad, a go-kart, this a bulletin car, and the convertible, and then the limousine. And these are all of the cars currently in Bloxburg. I am sorry if a future car comes out and it's not in the video, but I cannot see into the future. So these are all of the cars. I probably would say my favorites, and the one I recommend most, probably the bike for starters, just because it's easy to go around and you don't need to go that far. You can teleport to work and stuff. And then this as a starter car, if you like families, of course, this one, because $25,000 doesn't add too much to your bills. So if you like to play as a family, don't get one of these because they're too expensive. And then I love the go-kart over here. I love the golf cart. Just these little fun cars. This is my car of choice. If I want a normal car, the convertible is my car of choice. And then the vehicles I hate most, probably the limousine. And then maybe this one over here, but I'm starting to grow to love it. So I would just say the limousine for me is the worst car. And it's definitely not worth spending 8,000 BLOCKBUCKS on, in my opinion. But yeah, these are all of the cars. Let me know what your favorite cars are in the comments below, and also tell me which car that you absolutely hate and regret ever purchasing, because I love to see stories like that. Now that was it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button and please subscribe.